Hi there, Editing Jamie here, and I noticed we did a whole lot of documenting because we wanted to remember what we did for our little egg sitting, egg sharing adventure with Becky. But I wanted to explain that the clips are over a couple of days. And what we would do is every morning about 6:45 I'd run out here because that's when she would get up and start walking around with the babies, and I'd grab the babies and I'd put them in the box with the light on them, and then I'd monitor their temperature. Sorry. I'd monitor their temperature. The first day, we were monitoring it about every 5 minutes because we didn't want to cook the eggs. And we used one of the digital temperature with the red light that shoots out. I'll try to link one so you can see what I'm talking about. It is so humid. And I'm very distracted because I'm in with the babies. But anyway, so what we would do is we'd put the babies in under the light. We'd monitor their temperature. We looked that it's supposed to be about 100 to 102 degrees. To keep the eggs warm and where they need to be so they can hatch. And if it would start creeping up, then we'd move the eggs further away from the light and keep checking temperatures as well. And then if it was too cold, then we would move it closer and of course keep checking it as well until we found that middle balance that we could keep them about 100, 102. And like I said, the first day we were freaking out because we do not own a brooder, and the eggs were technically abandoned because she was up walking around teaching the babies how to be chickens, which is just what she needed to do. So the other ones would have went to waste if we wouldn't have worked this out. And as stressful as it was, we're very thankful that we did it and that we wanted to share. You know, you don't have to have a brooder to finish off eggs. I don't think this would work to incubate eggs, but we are talking about 1 to 2 days of finishing off the egg, just keeping them at the right temperature. And I live in a humid area, so that was in my favor to keep the eggs humid and warm. Made it easier for us, and we set the box in a dog cage and a dog kennel. That way any other animals in the house couldn't get to them if I walked away or whatever. And we just monitored, constant monitoring on temperature. And then at night, about 6:30 to 6:40, she'd go back to the nesting box with her babies, and we would stick the eggs back underneath her. And the first night we already knew the egg was pipping, so the next morning we had another baby. So we did the same thing. Well, I did the same thing the next day because sister was at school, but I had two because, like we said, she stepped on one, which is unfortunate, but 7 out of 8 eggs with the assistance of people egg sitting during the day, I think is huge, especially for people who've never hatched eggs and don't have an incubator. So again, we did the same thing. I did the same thing and just monitored those eggs. And I tell you, that thermometer is pretty accurate, but at some points it said it was like 106. So it's not as accurate, temperature sensitive for something like this, because we thought we cooked some babies. And as you'll see, we didn't. So Mama Hen has taken her chicks and started walking around with them, but we still have some eggs that haven't hatched. 2, we don't hear anything. 1, we don't think is gonna make it because we think she squished it. And then 1 has been peeping. So we have some damp litter, the wood shavings with a clear plastic with the lamp really close to it, and we keep checking the temp. We're hoping to get the temp up really quick where it needs to be because we don't want her
losing any more babies. And if that one does hatch, then we'll try to sneak it in underneath her and see how she does with that, or we'll end up raising a chick on our own and see how that goes. So this little setup seems to be working well. Mama has been taking her babies out exploring, and the rest of the flock is very interested in what's going on. We think that darker yellow one that's farthest might be from that red lady right there, and she was very interested in that chick right there on the other side a few minutes ago. It was too sweet. It was just on its own with her, like it knew her, and she was just showing it what to eat off of the poles. None of them have shown any signs of aggression. When the dogs got too close to the fence, the mama hen attacked, and then the rooster came flying from over there to attack. So that's good. It's showing that he's still protecting her as the flock, even if it wasn't them. So I think this might work pretty well. Let me know what you think. I want to do a little update. We had to do this setup. We have this in a dog kennel with our lizard light and heat bulb on, and we had eggs warming yesterday while Becky was running around with her babies because we heard peeping. Well, last night that one pipped, and this morning it was hatched and out with the others, but it was still damp, and Becky was laying in the paper shreds, but it needed to dry off some more. So I brought it in to let it dry off, and then I'll bring it back out to her, and hopefully she'll just be fine with that. And I do hear that one peeping, so we might be doing this again tomorrow. So at least I know this works. So hopefully we can get a couple of more out of this, and we only all have one that didn't make it. That would be great. So that one pipped yesterday late last night, and we waited for Becky to go back to her box with all of her babies, and then we snuck the eggs back in underneath her, and that's when that one hatched this morning, was underneath her, so that was perfect. I just wanted to elaborate that a little bit more. So we didn't keep them in this all night. We just babysit during the day and then give them back at night, and this is working really well. Alright, this little chick is pretty dry, so let's see what she says. There's your other baby. That's your other one. You gonna take them in there for a nap? You want your lid back on? Alright, well, she's seeming to be pretty good around it. I'm going to stay out here and watch them for a little bit longer. That one's really tired since it just hatched this morning, so hopefully she'll lay back down with them. She was just laying down on the floor. Yeah, I hear you. So this one will probably still need a little rest. Oh, there it goes. It says, wait for me. You have another little one, Becky Boo. So I'll watch that one for a little bit and make sure it doesn't get cold. It still looks damp, but it's really not. But they are just too precious.
little baby. Isn't that the one that was born today?
The one with its head poking out?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can't even tell.
Nope, that's the possible roux.
You sure? I
Yeah, I
can't
see
even
spots.
tell.
Can't even tell how many babies are under there. Are you pleased?
Yeah.
Doubled your flock?
Yeah.
Chicken math is real.
No. 5 babies out of 8. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so far. Still got 2 more to see.
Which
We think it's so funny that just looks like a chicken sitting there until you look a little closer. I don't know if you can see. It might be a little dark on camera. There's legs there tucked under her wing, and there was a beak there. I still see some orangey feet. Oh, there's a beak poking out. And there's 5 babies under there at the moment, and you can't tell. Good morning. Today is April 24th, 2023, and we have an update. Those cute little babies are the last of the 8 eggs, and they both hatched this morning. You can see this one's a little bit more wobbly and still wet. And the one that just ran was born earlier. And we have had some crazy storms last night and this morning. There was predicted to be hail and 70-mile-an-hour gusts and all kinds of craziness. So I ran out there this morning and grabbed them. The one on the right was still in the nest, and the other one was trying to make it, running around with everybody else. But with that storm, all the litter and everything was wet out there. So I wanted to give them both the opportunity to completely dry off and rest before they tried to keep up with the pack, like the one did yesterday. It could stop and rest in some nice dry bedding and then catch up with everybody, but these two won't have that opportunity because there is wet everywhere. So we're going to keep them warm for a little while longer before we bring them out. They can rest and stay dry, and then they can go out there with everybody else. And she will have 7 of the 8 eggs. Unfortunately, she did step on one of the eggs. And we believe we actually have 6 for sure females and 1 possible male. I need to look at it again and make sure. But we're kind of teetering on either at the moment with it. So even if we have 6 females and 1 male, that's amazing odds, especially for our first hatch that we got so many with this whole egg sitting during the day thing. So if I didn't explain well, at night we stick the eggs underneath her once she's in her nest for the night. And then in the mornings, we would go and stick whatever eggs haven't hatched in this setup. This is a Zoomed reptile lamp, so it's got 2 sides. So if it's super chilly, I have a ceramic heating element or a heating light bulb in this. And this is just cardboard box and a dog kennel, because we do have other animals, so we just shut them up so they stay nice and safe in here. And we exit and use this. Here's the name. I'll try to link that below. It's been pretty dadgum accurate. I don't know if we got it on Amazon, but I'll check. It's been accurate enough for us to exit through the day by checking temperatures, and if it's cold, we move it closer. If it's far, we move it further. If it's hot, we move it further away. And we've just been keeping them between 99, almost 100, to maybe 101.5. And it's been enough to keep them viable while they wait to go under their mama at night. And then they ultimately have been hatching underneath her in the mornings, which is absolutely perfect because then she's mama and not us. And then I let them dry off in here for a little while and rest. As you can see, they're quite tired after hatching. And all the others are running around outside with mama. So they get to rest and dry, and then I'll bring them out there in just a little bit. Alright, so I moved all the wet stuff over there into the sun and put down some more dry paper shreds. And I have the two that were inside about to be reunited, and we're going to see how that goes. I'll take you with me. Two chicks, one hen. Here's your babies. Yeah, here's your babies. Oh, run back. Run back to everyone. Yeah, we hear you. Y'all have had a lot of babies. We have 7 sweet little babies. That one with the speckles is the only one we think might be a boy. I need to check it again. But I just put some centipedes and some snails, or they might be millipedes actually, in there. We're going to watch this one for a little while, make sure it can keep up. He's probably going to stop and rest and run around with them like the one yesterday, that one. And she basically has twins, that one and that one, because they were born the same day and they look exactly alike, and it was from the same color shell, so I told her she's got twins and she was excited about that. I guess that one's just going to sit in that dish. Oh. We're going to have to watch you for a few minutes. And we will be taking that dish out because they do just make a mess with it. But yeah, poor thing's having it all wet in here. That's why I'm going to watch that one, make sure it can find dry stuff to rest in instead of getting re-wet, because it is 75 out here, but Mama is not doing a whole lot of sitting to keep babies warm at the moment. Mama don't like you staring at her. You get the memo? I just put that one in the sun on some dry stuff. We'll see what it does. You teaching them babies how to be a chicken, ain't you? Well, I've been watching that one for a while, and it does rest in dry stuff. Well, those two are lost. Oh my goodness. But it's able to rest and keep up. Oh no, we're lost. So it stops and rests and then watches everybody, and I'd say this is a successful reunion this morning again. And we feel so blessed to have 7 out of 8 eggs hatch on our first attempt, including the egg sitting that we did. So I hope y'all enjoy this, and y'all need to just see sister. She's just beaming with excitement. Unfortunately, she had to go to school today, but I'll see if she'll let me get some video of her seeing these babies when she gets home. Don't know about y'all's ladies, but ours has been very accepting of us digging around under her, checking eggs, touching her babies, and she's just been so loving. And she was a full-grown chicken when we got her about a year ago. Yeah, I hear you. We got another lost one. Funnily enough, though, it's not the one that was just born this morning. But I told little bruh that she should be very pleased with herself and grateful that her chicken did such a good job and that we could work things out. So we feel very blessed. And we're very proud of Becky, the chicken. She did a great job and let us help her. And she hasn't pecked us or tried to hurt us at all. There you are. You found your way. And we couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
Okay, there's like a baby underneath and I can feel.
That's smart.
They're so cute. Wait, which ones are the new ones? I can't even tell.
You can't.
Are those the new ones?
Yes. These
I know.
two.
They look like twins.
I know, right? That one, I think, is the one that was the last born. Yeah, it's a little clumsy.
That's just filled with crap.
Where's the others? Does
Old
she have
hair.
them all?
They're trying to jump out.
What you got, sister?
Baby.
Show me.
They're gonna all jump out.
Don't let them fall.
Stop!
Look at me.
Hi there.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
You got 7 lovely babies to tend to.
Stop trying to jump on each other. Be chill, you bunch of.
Mama said, where'd all them childrens go?
Look at how chill. All of the four, except that one. I don't count that one as one of the yellow ones.
You don't?
No. Like the 4 ones are being pretty chill.
The 4 yellow?
Yeah. Stop. No, they're not. Stop.
They say, run, be free.
Stop.
Are you loving it?
These.
Oh my goodness.
So cute. Are those the 2?
Cover them up.
What?
So I can't see and grin at me like that again.
Yeah.
Alright.
Are those the twins?
Yes.
I can't even tell.
Is that the best thing ever to come home
Yeah.
to? The last 2 chicks hatched and back in with their mama.
Are these the last they born? I can't even tell.
Yes.
They're so chill.
So the one on your left hand was yesterday,
Yeah.
and the one over by your right all cuddled up so sweetly. We like you.
They
Was
better.
born this morning.
Yeah.
Peep, peep, peep. You're such a good
both
mama,
girls,
letting
right?
us play with your babies.
They're both girls, right?
Yeah, take a look. You approve if they're girls or not.
Okay. Looks like it to me. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Nice.
He's so cute. Such a cutie. Hi there.
That one says, oh, you're nice and warm.
I bet.
You gonna check that one?
Yeah.
You don't want to disturb it, do
No.
you?
You're so sweet.
Oh my goodness.
It's falling asleep.
Yeah, it is. It says you're nice and warm. Ooh, what was that? You'll have to get used to your sniffles, huh? You have a creeper behind you. Other side. She says, bruh.
They're all creeping me.
Out of the 3 that we egg set and kept warm for her, they all 3 hatched. And we are so excited that we were able to get this done and work with our lovely Becky and have 7 out of her 8 eggs hatch. Impeccable timing. But anyway, I do want to mention that we first started out with a dome light with a red light bulb, and I don't remember at this point now why we changed it. I don't think it was getting warm enough. And I have a dual lamp dome that was for a Jackson Chameleon that I had, and it so happened to have heat bulbs in it, so we swapped it out for that, and that's what we used to do the heating in just a cardboard box with wood shavings in the dog kennel. And we did have one that was pipped quite a bit the first night, and so I just put damp paper towel in there just to make sure the humidity was up and assisted with staying damp while we were having to babysit, and then was quite comfortable as soon as she went to bed, just sticking her back underneath her for that temperature and moisture to be right. And sure enough, 2 more were born the next day, and we, as you saw, we just let them dry off in the warm area and get their legs and rest up a bit after just being hatched, and they were just running along with all the other ones just fine. So it was quite an adventure, and it wasn't documented as well as I would like, but I'm glad we did it because it's for us, and we want to be able to remember this because that was such a great time for Sister, and she is so happy to have her babies. And as I'm sure you hear, they are well and doing good, and I'll do an update soon on them. And I thank you so much for watching this, and if you find yourself in this position, I hope this video helps. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I will always do my best to respond if I wasn't clear about anything in this video to help you out. Like I said, this was our first time, so I'm no pro, but we did get it done. And like, subscribe, share, all the good things, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye for now.